What is regenerative agriculture and why it matters? You've definitely heard about regenerative farming somewhere, and most of us know it is a key strategy in meeting our objectives for a better and more resilient food system. But why is it important? Well, reports from leading organisations such as FAO and the IPCC state that the fundamental importance of transitioning to more regenerative agriculture methods is necessary if Europe is to meet its climate change targets, food security needs, protect our farmland, and build a healthier food system. Current conventional farming methods are resulting in the loss of fertile soil and biodiversity. As part of the EU's Farm to Fork strategy, there will be greater emphasis put on regenerative agriculture in order to reach emissions targets for 2030. So what's the issue? According to the FAO, the world could run out of topsoil in about 60 years if we continue at current rates of soil destruction. According to soil scientists, we will not only suffer serious damage to public health due to a degraded food supply characterised by diminished nutrition and loss of important trace minerals, but we will literally no longer have enough arable topsoil to feed ourselves. Without protecting and regenerating the soil on our 4 billion acres of cultivated farmland, 8 billion acres of pasture land, and 10 billion acres of forest land, it will be impossible to feed the world or halt the loss of biodiversity. But there is a solution, and it lays right beneath our feet. Regenerative agriculture is an agricultural system that puts more back into the environment and society than it takes out. By naturally reintroducing carbon and nutrient resources back into the land, this approach can support ecosystem health, mitigate climate change, and support farmers and their livelihoods through more reliable growing yields. Put more simply, regenerative agriculture works according to a whole ecosystem approach, meaning aiming to work with nature instead of against it. For farm management decisions, the whole farming ecosystem is considered. All going to plan, regenerative agriculture will result in increased yields, increased resilience to extreme weather events and climate change, and higher health and vitality for the rural communities. The most important aspect of regenerative agriculture is soil health in a holistic agro-ecosystem. In the end, your soil is the most valuable asset of the farm. We have all heard the saying, if you take care of your soil, it will take care of you. But this simple mantra is at the heart of the process. Minimising soil disturbance by adopting conservation tillage and minimising chemicals and biological activities are fundamental practices of regenerative agriculture. Large amounts of CO2 are released during ploughing activities, and at the same time the soil is exposed to erosion. Some of the key techniques that are being used in Irish regenerative agriculture to increase soil health are no tillage, cover crops, increasing biodiversity, rotation cropping, attracting natural predators of pests, and integrating livestock. Practices such as minimum tillage or direct drilling prevent soil inversion and promote these crucial root systems whilst keeping the soil covered. Increasing crop diversity brings benefits to the soil nutrients while also providing a more varied environment to boost local biodiversity. A cover crop is where a crop is sown between two main tillage crops, usually autumn-winter, and used to maintain a green cover on the land and to take up nutrients left over, especially nitrogen, from the previous cropping season. These crops have the potential to reduce nutrient losses, soil compaction and soil erosion, depending on weather conditions and grazing or harvest strategy. For example, leaving a growing buffer of catch crop between grazed areas can act to reduce losses. Establishing a complex root system brings resilience to the grass and can increase biological activity, including earthworms. It also improves nutrient capture, reducing runoff into the local waterways. Finally, integrating livestock can have many benefits as part of mob grazing. This method refers to keeping large numbers of cattle on a small land area and moving them frequently, allowing a rest period for the pasture to become fully mature and restore itself between each grazing. So these are the basic principles of regenerative farming. It's not for everyone, but it is a trend that may grow in the future.